either teens are lazy or disinterested. What movement throughout the country or maybe individual states is there to change the voting age to 16? We allow kids to drive, we allow kids to have jobs and contribute taxes to the economy. They obviously have wonderful ideas. Every one of you spoke very eloquently, but we need that formalization of voting age.
I have three questions. Do they view the drug war as the symptom of gang violence, and did the would it be for and also I'd like to point out Iowa and Vermont has the relaxed gun laws, um, and they have the lowest gun crime in the country. What the thoughts on that, and also
Can we just keep it to one, just because we're gonna have a lot of
okay,
debate?
so then
That's a good question. I like it.
okay, but also your friend here has been misleading the audience. He says people who have been doing domestic violence are allowed to have guns legally, and by federal law, anyone who's convicted by a domestic abuse, it's not legal to have a firearm. So your friend is misleading your whole audience here. So I want to question him on that.
All right, just one question. Do you want to ask? Just because I
Come on.
want to stick to one.
Shoot. I'll go with the Iowa had the lowest gun crime,
They have lax gun
and
laws.
less gun laws.
Okay.
Is working really hard to lower the age to 16 because they don't have congressional reps in DC. They need something to inspire them to be more active at a younger age because they don't have, for the most part, like important midterm elections. They see it as more of a local thing. And so, but Zion did vote today at 18, so that was cool. But there is no real national movement right now to lower the age, but I think there will be a day when we will feel absolutely ready for 16-year-olds to be a part of this political process. In the same way that I think we'll be ready to have younger congressmen and representatives at the state level and at the federal level.
I'm just gonna make a quick statement as well, adding on to what he said. This is a digital age. So this generation sitting up here has information at their fingertips, so that means we are significantly more intelligent at a younger age. And so I do agree with him that it's gonna come one day, just not right now.
So what do you guys do when you have a school administration that will allow students to use their freedom of speech for walkouts or protests by like taking away signs or creating things like expulsion or suspensions the way they don't want to? Things like that.
So sorry. I know the feeling of not being able to use your voice to highest it. So I think you should find places that will allow you to do that because my school didn't allow us to do the walkout, and I got detention. I didn't go. I know other people who did go, but. For the walkout, but my friend goes to the Architects Club, the church sanctuary. So she introduced me to Brave, which is a group, a violence youth prevention group that they have there. So I think you should search for things and places that allow you to use your voice to the fullest.
Also, at our school, we had a school walkout day, and the first thing I did was call my mom, and I was like, "Hey, mom, is it okay? Like, I think this is important. Can I go out to school and support this, the school shootings and everything?" She was like, "Yes," but what happened was that they were telling like on announcements, if you go out, you're not coming back in. That wasn't the case. I guess a lot of people were going out of school because their friends were. They didn't know like the important they didn't understand why they were leaving the school. So I felt like that's why they were telling people that because people were just going because they're friends, and it was like, okay, you don't have to be in class, so I'm just going to see this as an opportunity to leave class and I get my education. So I feel like if to change that, we need to start educating young kids, because I'm 15, so about the importance of all of that, so that that when they do leave school, when they do that stuff, that they know what they're doing it for.
Wait, I want to add one big thing to that question. If you're a student here and your school gives you a hard time about walking out, you can contact the ACLU and they'll kind of help you with that. It's really important to remember that even though you're a student, that doesn't make you any lesser of a person than your teachers or administrators. You can have a conversation with them and say, why are you not letting us walk out? And have them explain to you, because chances are they don't have a legitimate reason. You know?
Starting out of I got into violence prevention over a shirt. It's actually kind of funny. Like, so the organization that I'm in, I'm a part of Peace Works, and what we do is we go into different communities and teach people in King and Nonviolence the way of Dr. Martin Luther King, teaching his philosophy. But how I got into that is the school that I went to. Our uniform shirts was hot, button-ups, cotton, and nobody wanted that. But on Thursdays, it was different shirts, and I wanted that shirt. And I'm like, how do I get this shirt? I was told to go to a counselor. I went to a counselor. They said I had to be at peace. Where I said, how do I do that? They said go to a trainer. I did that. And I got into this work because of the Peace Works. The Peace Works gave me that feeling of home, that feeling of family structure, that feeling of I can go to you anytime I want to. So, yeah, about 4 years.
I just want to shout out Alex's program and Kirsten's program, chicagostrong.org, violence prevention on the west and south side of Chicago. They're usually referred to as a war zone, Chirac, but we were there and it was incredible. They're a resiliently strong community, and ChicagoStrong.org, if you can give $5, $10, it would really help them save lives. So.
And I'm also with another organization called Good Kids Man City, who do the same work that we do. You can find those guys on Twitter at GKMC18. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
I would just like you to elaborate when you say that states like Nebraska and I think the other one you go to Oklahoma have virtually no gun laws. Can you just elaborate on that for me? It was you, yeah. Oh, me. Yeah.
Nice try.
Well, I mean, honestly, like when we look up how different states have different gun laws, they're virtually
Iowa and Iowa and Vermont have the lowest, the laxest gun laws and lowest gun crime. What are the thoughts on that?
So when virtually anyone can walk in and buy a gun, I've seen them not do that. I've seen it with my own eyes. And I mean, it's illegal, but the ATF doesn't actually enforce that. There are stores that sell multiple guns illegally and get charged with it, but it's like a slap on the wrist. And they don't shut down these stores. Do you think those stores should be shut down if they sell a gun illegally without a check or anything?
Define illegal.
Like if I sell you a gun without a background check, and you're a
Is it a
criminal.
private sale or are you an FFL?
Well, either or. If you're a domestic abuser, should you be allowed to buy a gun?
If you're a licensed firearm dealer, you are required by federal law to check my background. That's why you take my
But if I
CHL
don't-
permit and my driver's license.
But if I don't do that, and you know I don't do that because the ATF sees that, and they don't enforce it.
Why isn't the ATF enforcing it? Isn't it then a problem with law enforcement and gun laws?
Well, no, one of the laws that we're actually pushing for is actually a bill by our Senator Bill Nelson, and it's about digitizing ATF records. So ATF records right now are currently a paper trail, so it's really hard for them to go through them. They're barred by law from putting them into a computer and searching for guns that are used in crimes or guns that are sold illegally. So these laws are pushed by the NRA and by gun groups to make it harder to track these illegal sales. So the NRA constantly blames these holes in the system for the illegal gun sales and for the easy access to guns to mentally ill people and violent people, but yet they're the ones who perpetuate it.
When you say violent people, what do you mean?
Domestic abusers for the most part.
People who have been convicted of domestic abuse are already federally barred from purchasing firearms.
And they can still buy guns.
Right, illegally. So what law would you put forward to ban illegal sales?
I would digitize ATM records
And how will
first.
that help?
How would that help? Because if I study something that's on paper and that is shown to be destroyed most of the time, and these records get lost, then there's no way for me to actually track if it was an illegal sale. And thugs, and people always say gang violence. Gangs don't manufacture guns. These manufacturers receive guns.
Because you brought up gang violence, you mentioned there have been 3 shootings in the city of Omaha this year. All 3 of those were gang related.
No, they weren't. No, they were not. One was a house party in Omaha.
Right. I go to the school that was hosting that party. That was gang related. The shooting in the old market that you referenced was gang related.
Gang related.
Yes, it was. I was there. I was on the other side of the Lake Mall.
Hold on. One second. We're not here to argue. Hey. We're not here to argue. Hold up.
I want to have this conversation. Also, you look just like my friend Brett, and he looked just like you 2 years ago, and he was a Trump supporter, and we
I don't know. I'm actually a libertarian.
You're a libertarian? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
I like that hat.
No, but he looked just like him. We had a long conversation. He changed a lot of his beliefs. Because he reminded me a lot of him.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay. I got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your questions,
I'll wait till
sir.
he's done talking.
I was just going to say, gun manufacturers make cheap guns, and a lot of times you buy them in bulk and sell them for cheap on the streets. And for the most part, that's really to blame for all the guns in the community, because if it wasn't so easy to buy these guns in bulk from like Walmart or different stores, then supply and demand, guys, it would be much more expensive, and it would be much harder for people to get guns.
Johnson?
Yes, but
That's fine. Let's just ask the question.
hello. Iowa and Vermont have the lowest gun laws standards, and they have the lowest gun crime. What are your guys' thoughts about that? The two states with the least strictest on guns have the lowest gun crimes in the country.
I don't know much about Vermont.
I've been talking too long.
Well, I know that in recent weeks, the governor of Vermont actually just signed in a law of common sense gun laws, and they actually did prevent a school shooting, to my knowledge. So just because a state doesn't have I'm going to use actually Chicago as an example, if you guys want to elaborate on the Indiana pipeline. Basically, Indiana has really loose gun laws.
Lauro Crowder debunked that. He actually went to Indiana to a gun show, and he tried to buy a gun illegally. But since he was not a resident of Indiana, he could not buy a gun from a gun show. So that myth is just a myth. That rumor what Barack Obama started was a myth.
That's not a myth.
No. Okay, there are other people are stealing guns, smuggling guns to other parts of the country? Yes. But that still is, smuggling is a crime. Smuggling anything without a license, transporting goods and services this day without a license is a crime. So the issues with Chicago has, there's a high demand, and people who are willing to smuggle that by any means necessary, so that means to go rob gun stores or get them on the black market and send them up to Chicago. So it's not legal gun owners buying guns and then selling giving to the black market. It's a black market getting supplies of guns and transporting that up to Chicago. And the drug war, you guys were talking about gang violence. Will you guys admit? Will you guys admit the gang violence in the country? Okay.
Well, for one, it wouldn't be so easy to smuggle these guns into Chicago if Indiana had stricter gun laws in the first place.
No, these guns were then smuggled, and not from Indiana. They're from private sales giving the guns to the black market that are not responsible, that do not have a federal license to sell guns in the first place. And my other question I was going to get into, would you guys admit the war on drugs equals the gang violence throughout the country?
I said one question.
Okay. The Second Amendment is not for hunting; it is for hunting tyrants, and to prevent the government to become tyrannical.
Look how they save lives.